Greetings and welcome to the 1-6 Scale Man proudly presents another episode of, you know what it is. It is Monday night, so it is definitely comic book talk with friends. Before we actually jump into it, happy Memorial Day to everybody out there. Salute to all the soldiers, all the veterans, everybody out there who have actually done their bid to making sure that we have been protected for so many years. So I definitely want to give a shout out to everybody out there who has served this country well. So we definitely want to do that. But thank you guys for being here. It's going to be another incredible show, man. I hope y'all ate today. Everybody out there who celebrated, you got your eats in. Yeah. I was talking to Bloomer. He's like, yo, man, I got the itis a little bit. You know what I mean? So, he's probably going to be a little slow-mo today, but, he going to throw some jabs, and you already know that's coming. Yeah, he ain't going to fall off a little bit, but you already know how it is. But definitely we got the crew in here, man. Before we actually do, make sure you do me a favor. Hit that like button like this tells you right here, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so you are always up to date to what we got going on here on the channel. So definitely, man, without further ado, we can't do it. I can't do it without my brothers, man. Right off the rip, let's give a shout out to my man, Jedi Pimp, who himself is a veteran and a soldier himself, man. What's going on with you, brother?
I'm good, man. I just want to give a quick shout out to all the military forces, man. Because of you and me, we're here. So I'm just thankful for all of us. If you see a vet, just tell them thank you for your service, man. It's a big deal to us. So that's it for me. Had a great weekend.
Jay, you know what? Salute to you, brother. Definitely salute to you, bro. Like, you know what's crazy, bro? Sometimes I forget that, I don't forget because I know right off the rip, but I forget like how long you served and, what you've done. But bro, sometimes it's hard for me to match your tone and your voice with your military prowess, bro.
It's crazy, bro.
Like, it's the wit. You know what? The weirdest thing, bro.
It don't grow up.
It don't, because the thing is, because
high school voice.
It's a laid back demeanor, bro. Like a laid back, calm voice. But I'm trying to match that with your military prowess.
Oh. I got them green home videos. Anybody been ever seen?
I'm getting bogged down. Return fire.
I can show you, boy.
Nah, but Jay would be like, yeah, why don't we go ahead and return fire?
Yeah. No, Jay gonna be like, my bad, man. I had to fuck you up, bro. I'm sorry, man. I just had to fuck you up, bro. Like, sorry. My bad, bro. You know what I mean? But you made me shoot you, bro. Like, for real, man. You know what I mean? My bad, bro. Anyway, man, thank you for being here, as always. Next up, we got my man, Vernacular Vinny in the building. What's going on with you, bro?
No doubt.
Why don't y'all go ahead and get to the chopper? Yeah.
Just get to the chopper. We ain't got no time. Load their ass. Let's go.
Yo, but that's dope though. Just cool and calm, collect. Yeah, thank you, Jay. Everybody else, my boy Lynn, like so many friends and family, and just everybody out there who's been any part of keeping us safe and doing the shit that none of us want to do shit, so I much appreciate it, man. Like, this day has been laid back and chill and been and spending time with the family, just relaxing and recovering. And season's been underway and crazy and busy for me. So I've definitely appreciated this day to just take a minute and, regather because it's life is lifing. So
life be life, bro.
Life be life,
bro.
Yeah.
You already know. Life be life, bro. It be life like a motherfucker, bro. And when it lifes, bro.
Yes.
Straight up, you already know, bro.
Absolutely. Happy to be here. We got a lot to dig into tonight.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely can't wait to get into it. We got some fun topics for everybody, and it's a holiday, so hopefully everybody is has full stomachs and peaceful mind, and we're going to get into it. We're going to have some fun tonight.
Definitely, bro. Thank you for being here, man. As always. This next gentleman, man, if he's not dunking on 13-year-olds, if he's not like literally dunking, like, just constantly dunking on 13-year-old kids, man, You know what I mean, and you know, doing whatever, man. You know what I mean. What's going on with you, bro? How you doing, man?
First and foremost, happy Memorial Day to everyone out there.
No doubt.
Super appreciative of the vets who have laid their lives or continue to lay their lives on the line for our security, our protection.
Yes, sir. God
Always appreciative of that. And of course, Jedi Pimp, thank you for your service, brother.
bless. Oh, no doubt, man.
You was probably out there reading comics while you was protecting our country.
You know what? I thank God for my grandmother. God bless her. My grandmother and one of my late aunties, bro. I went over 3 times.
Mhm.
I would send them. I would send them the base I was at. I would get a care package of comics every 2 months, dog.
That's solid, bro.
Shit.
Dope.
That's some real shit, dog.
Yeah, man.
Definitely, man. But
Yeah.
yeah, Bloom, thank you for being here, and you know, as
Of course,
always, bro. We definitely appreciate that, man. So definitely, man, I want to thank everybody out there who's in attendance and rocking with us, rocking with the best for the evening. Now, before we actually dive into today's topics, just a couple of things we call house cleaning right off the rip. Do want to give a shout out to the places where we get these figures and our comics from. As always, I want to give a super duper shout out to my man Ray over there at Underground Figures. If you ain't got it, he'll get it for you. No NRD, full transparency, shipping and handling reasonable. Shipping and handling is always reasonable. Make sure you head on over there and you actually sign up for his newsletter. Because definitely that's going to keep you up to date. And always, definitely when you sign up to his page, you become a member. He'll always keep you up to date to your orders, when they're going to come. He'll actually let you know a week ahead. He ain't like a lot of these other, you know, places that don't have that transparency. He'll let you know a week ahead when it's coming, when to expect it. And I'm telling you, it's like, look, when I want to call him Care Package Ray, because when you call him Care Package Ray, that basically means that he's informative. He gets you there. He gets that figure to you in such a timely manner. It's packaged well.
CPR.
Yeah, CPR, man. You already know. Care Package Ray, CPR. That's his name, bro. I like it. I like it. CPR. That's what I'm talking about. Care Package
Lifesaver.
Ray. Exactly, man. Definitely want to give him a shout out if you haven't already. Head on over there to Underground Figures and he'll definitely take care of you. Also want to give a shout out to another Ray. Now, this is Ray. I call this is my man Ray over there at Hawkwood's Toys. Not only do you get the figure that you're looking for, but he gives you a sticker and a comic book to boot, always source material. So he always keeps you up to date. So you're getting the best of both worlds. You're getting a comic and you're getting the figure that you're looking for. Like that. And it doesn't matter what it is. If it's a Star Wars figure, you're getting a Star Wars comic. If it's a DC figure, you're getting a DC comic. If it's a Marvel comic, you're getting a Marvel comic. You know what I mean? I mean, if it's a Marvel figure, you're getting a Marvel comic. Definitely he takes care of you just right off the rip. And plus you get the sticker. You get a pile of stickers. And again, with him as well, it's packaged well. Full transparency, reasonably priced when it comes to shipping and handling. Make sure you hit up my man Ray over there at Hawk Wars Toys because he does the most and make sure that you are taken care of. Also want to give a shout out to my man Comic Relief and Comic Collectibles, my man Watcher Sixth. Not only do you get comics and a plethora of comics that you're looking for, you get 110 scale, 112 scale statues, anything that you're basically looking for, he got it for you. Also a proud sponsor of the Spring Fever Flex going over there at Figure Flex Friday. So definitely wanted to give him a shout out. If you're looking for those comics, basically you head on over there and he'll take care of you as he always does. Last but not least, I want to give a super duper shout out to my man Brian Wong over there at Maju Space Maju Case. You see that mono right there? I can't wait to get mine. Mm-hmm. Definitely, he takes care of you when you want those displays. If you don't have garage shelves, then he will definitely take care of you at just the same. So shout out to him and what he does in his community as always, because he always keeps us laced, man. Definitely laced. Let me say what up to everybody out there in the community. Who we got with us today? We got 16 Syndicate in the building. What's good with y'all? Let's go. You already know what time it is, bro. Thank you for being here, brother. We got Jeffrey. Bow to the people, bow to the people, bow to the people. Thank you for being here, brother, as always. We got my man Marler in the building. Thank you for that, for being here as well. Marler 2745 in the building. Thank you for being here. Who else? We got Amber is in the building. Thank you for being here, Amber. We got my man Luis Esquiviva in the building. Thank you for being here. Who else do we got here with us? SpongeBob Square Balls is in the building. Ain't seen you in a minute, man. Thank you for being here. Blazing Asian is with us today. Who else we got? Charlie the Unicorn in the building. Charlie the Unicorn had my cornbread. You can't have my. You go eat your own cornbread. Thank you for being here, bro. As always. Who else have we got in here? We got the Movie King, Doc Nate in the building. He said appreciate you, John Pimp, and the rest of our vets. Salute. That's the Booty King. Definitely the Booty King in the building. Thank you for being here as always. Clinton Martin in the building. Thank you for being here. We got Malika Mabane, my man Malika Mabane. Always he say what's going on. So late, Lael, Jedi Pimp, and Vinny, Blazing Asian, Chuck G, JDX, Mark P. Bro, you know what? I always get like I drop an octave down from Malika Mabane, but bro, what if he sounds like a Smurf, man?
No, man. He definitely gives off like the Love Doctor late night DJ vibes.
He do give off that. You know what I mean?
You're now tuning in
to
W.
I see. I see DJ C note right there. That's
bro.
Hell no.
DJ C note right there, boy.
He says, "Welcome to WRNR, Real Nigga Radio."
That's it. It's 12 o'clock.
Welcome to R&R, Real Negro Radio.
That's it.
Nothing but the hits.
That's it.
And you get my sensual voice.
You tuning in late night with Real Negro Hours.
That's it, baby.
Boy. Ladies and gentlemen, Malika Mabane. Welcome to R&R. He like, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. He like, leave me alone. Who else we got? Clinton Martin in the building. Thank you for being here, brother. Mark P is here with us. JDX is in the building. Thank you for being here as always, man. Who else we got in the building? Pedro. They go Pedro, bro. Yo, get your boy, Boomer. Get your boy, bro.
Man, I think he has like a picture for every month.
He does, bro. He finds them, bro.
We're gonna see what he has in store for June, man. We got a couple days from June, so
yeah, he gonna that jump.
I don't know why y'all. She was just catching snow. That's all.
We need to bury like that.
Billie Eilish was just catching snow. Get your heads out of the gutter.
That's it.
Definitely, man.
Okay.
Charlie Unicorn. He said, "Yo, once the scale, man, you got to drop it an octave." I know, bro. I'm trying, but I can't get down that low, bro.
Caller, you're on the air.
Late night, NRN. Definitely, brother. As always, Malika, like, man, these fools need to leave me alone. Sith Lord in the building. Thank you for being here, man. Definitely. So we got a lot to cover tonight. A lot we're gonna actually talk about, man. Some things we're gonna kind of jump into. But before we do, it's just like I said, this is like an important topic because we kind of talked about this, you know, behind the scene. And us behind the scene, and pretty much everybody out there, you know, when Jedi Kid be like, man, see, yo, bro, we gotta talk about something. That lets you know there's gonna be a problem. So before we jump into today's topic, we're gonna talk about a couple of things here. A couple of things that Charlie the Unicorn, we're gonna get to that too. I'll get to that in a little bit. But we're gonna talk about, you know, a couple of things that right off the rip. I think it's something worth talking about in the community because a lot of people, and the reason why I bring this up because with X-Men 97 that just passed and the success of it, Marvel has decided to do a couple of different things to revisit Executioner Song. So they're going back to revisit that. Yes, they're revisiting Executioner Song. They're revisiting everything, and but now that here's the thing though, it's not going to be like the prints that we got. So you're not going to get. It's not going to be like the ones that we got originally. They're basically revisiting, and they're going to release it again for people. A lot of those books, a lot of those storylines that we didn't, you know, that we had that people probably didn't get a chance to read before. They're going to release them to get you caught up. And it kind of just it kind of made me just wonder, like, how do people basically feel about reprints versus originals? Like, do you think it's a bad idea? It's a good idea? If you flood the market with this, does it take away from the originals? Now, me, myself, because we're going to separate this now, because I know what you want to talk about, the figures, but we want to talk about comics, right? Yes, so sir. For comics, does that devalue some of the original prints that we have?
Yeah.
Vinny, I want to ask you this question first, man. What do you think
Mhm.
about that? Do you think it devalues the originals? Do you think it's a good idea to give people a rehash of the stories that we grew up on that a lot of people and newcomers haven't read? Do you
Mhm.
think that's a good idea? What you think, bro?
Uh, well, we just kind of brought this up like right before the show, so
Mhm.
there's probably some numbers that I would have liked to research, but in just personally, just in my opinion, without any data to back it up, when I see a comic now has a second printing or a third printing, to me, in my head, the way I think, it makes the original more valuable. Like for instance,
With
I
comics,
missed out
yeah.
on like Ultimate X-Men 1 adding to my polls, and my comic book shop guy was like, I could get you second printing, no problem. And I was like, okay, cool. Just throw that on and keep it on my pull list. And in my head, I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe at some point I might want to grab the first printing so I have it. Whereas I might not, as the collector side of me and the reader side of me, like I think with both brains sometimes, a lot of times when I'm reading, I try to focus on the reading part first, but sometimes I do go after stuff that I think might be worth something more valuable. I just don't let that dictate how I collect. So when I see something as a second printing or third printing, I might be like, okay, cool, that must be doing well. That's sold out, and a lot of people still want to read it, and it has a lot of interest. To me, that means okay, great. That maybe this series is a hit. Maybe this will last long. I always worry about that when there's a new number one, when there's a new comic, because if I enjoy it and a lot of other people are too, hopefully it sticks around. Hopefully it does well. I always like to see comics doing well because obviously we you know struggle to keep people reading and supporting source material, and the better the numbers are for new comics coming out, the better it is for
Mhm.
everybody. So I never have a problem with it. I think reprints are fine because to me, if most of the big comics that have came out in the past 20 to 30 years that would have got a reprint have haven't had that market of reprints really devalue the originals. Like
Mhm.
Ultimate Spider-Man 1 came out and there was a bunch of reprints for that because it was gone. So, and what is the alternative? You're going to have people just not read or just read digitally? The
Yeah.
ultimate goal for Marvel is to cater to as many people buying the comic as possible. So if you
Mhm.
just say, okay, you missed out on Ultimate X-Men 1, we're not going to do anything for you because you should have been on the ball first. Then
Mhm.
if you don't have an opportunity to read one, think about how many people would be like, well, I'm going to be lost if when I pick up the second one. So fuck this book. I ain't reading it. They
Yeah.
want you to keep reading 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you got to be able to give them one so that they can jump on.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is the most important thing. All this other stuff, like they can't sit there and focus and worry on collectors because once that book is sold, all the people who buy it, sell it, buy it at a con, sell it to someone else on eBay, buy it at a con, all that shit, they don't see any of that money. That money is not coming to them. That money is
Yeah.
aftermarket economy. That money
Yep.
has shit to do with them. The only thing
Nothing to
that
do with
that
them at
has
all.
the only thing that has to do with them with that is buzz, is supply and demand. And if a book has, if you go to a con, you go to a shop and you see second, third printing, to me that's like, oh shit, let me not miss the ball when Ultimate Captain America drops or whatever the fuck else is next, because you might think that okay, that's I don't want to miss out on one on that and having to chase down the first printing. I think
Mhm.
reprints are an indicator of something, a book being successful. So to me, it's a good thing practically because you keep people in the loop reading the book and part of your reader base, so that way you have as many readers as possible. And then I also feel like it adds buzz and supply and demand to the actual comic that is rare. Like if you
Yeah.
have to, like if you know it's kind of like, to me, in a weird way, like uh what was it, Game of Thrones at one point when it was like the hottest show in the world, it was also the most pirated show in the world.
Mhm.
And I think the same has gone on now for like Godzilla Minus One. It's like one of the most pirated shows. I don't think that all that's an indicator of buzz and how much people want to see it. So like if you're figuring out other ways to read it or get it, like through reprints or renting it or all these other
Mhm.
things, that means that there's drive and demand. So I don't really look at it as oh, it's hurting the value because I was there. I got it when I knew it was going to be hot. And now that book that's 20 or 100 or whatever, now it's worth less because there's a second printing out there. I feel like
Yeah.
it minimally decreases the value of that original. And the flip side is there's so many more good things that it represents for the market than bad. Think about where we would all be if there was no such thing as trade paperbacks or
Mhm.
omnibuses. Or
Yeah.
I mean, because really that's all a trade paperback is just a reprint. That's all
Yeah.
omnibus is.
It's a
So like
reprint. It's
it's
just
just
that,
a
yeah.
reprint. I mean, how
Mhm.
many?
Yeah.
Because think about it, without reprints, who the fuck is picking up X-Men #1 from
Yep.
'63? Who's
Yep.
picking up
Well,
Action
yeah,
Comics
yeah.
1? If you want to
Yeah,
read
yeah.
Amazing Fantasy 15, what the fuck are you gonna do? You can come out with $1
Yeah.
million out your
And
couch?
come out your
Yeah,
pocket
yeah.
to do
What
it.
are you
No.
doing?
Yeah,
Nope, you're
yeah.
not doing it. It's
Reprints are a good thing.
Yeah.
it's best to get the reprint, and then on top of that, I think it's a smart idea because it's introductory for, like, again, we're talking about people who might be newly entering this space. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just based off of what they've seen, X-Men '97 was an entryway for a lot of individuals who never really read the comics to kind of latch
Mhm.
themselves onto the storyline. I
Mhm.
think it was smart for them to go back and do a lot of these re-releases, these reprints, to say, okay, cool. If you want to know where these stories came from, go back. This is where you can actually go back and read, and it's prepping you. And on top of that, it's spawning new readers. It's spawning
Mhm.
individuals who
Yeah.
want to actually like on and say, you know
It's,
what, I
it's
should have
good
been
for
reading comics for the longest
For a
it's
time.
good
long
for
time.
collectors too.
Yeah.
Like if you have
Yeah.
no interest in let's say Ultimate X-Men, like if you don't really care about X-Men, it's not your thing, and you see that there's a second, third printing of Ultimate X-Men, as a
Mhm.
collector, even if you don't fuck with X-Men, you might go buy that Ultimate X-Men 1 because you know it's going to climb in value because it's moving, it's a hot book. Now that might not have happened if it had never went to reprints. You might have just
Mhm.
avoided that title altogether. But now you hunting down that one because it's a hot book. So to me, in my opinion, there's just very little downside. Maybe the numbers would argue differently, but I don't have those in front of me to say that it's anything but a good thing for the comic book companies.
Yeah, definitely. What you think, Jay?
Now, with the books, with comic books, I think is different than from figures. With the comics, like Vinny was saying, I don't see a downside into that because you're not going to pay $1 million for the first book of X-Men. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
to have it in like an omnibus or like a reprint, that's cool because you get to see the story like it was in your hands in front of you reading it. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? When it comes to figures, I don't even want to. I guess we'll get into that in a little bit.
No, I
I
mean,
don't even want
but
to get into it right now. We'll get into that in a little bit, I guess. But when it comes to the books, I don't think you can miss with that because the company still make big money off the omnibuses. You know what I'm saying? They
Mhm.
make big money
Mhm.
off of the reprints. People that didn't have it or missed it when they were a kid, so to have those books in hand, I think that with comic books, speaking strictly comic books, you can't miss with that. The company still
Yeah.
make good money off it. I don't see the value of the originals going down because the original is the original when it comes to comic books. So it's you can't miss with that. So I don't see companies losing money off of that, man. So to
Yeah.
me, my opinion with the books, it's a win-win. But with these figures,
Go ahead, go on. You're in that space, so go on, do it, bro. Go on.
bruh.
We ain't gonna circle back, so you might as well just go on, do it, bro. Go on,
Oh,
get your chest off.
well,
Get it off
listen,
your
dog.
chest.
Listen. So just the other day, I don't want to. I'm not gonna cuss today. I'm not gonna cuss today. I'm not gonna do it. Just the other day, I'm watching my updates from Sideshow and Hot Toys, and I see that they're reissuing the freaking Batman Armory from, Batman Begins. And the only thing that they didn't have in this one is they don't have Alfred, but everything else is the exact mother. It's the same right there on the shelf. It's the same. So I originally had the OG one because I've been collecting for a long time. So to me, this is going to devalue what I have as far as, okay, if I wanted to get out and sell everything in the room, which take a long time, but if
Mhm.
I wanted to, online, the original set is like almost $600, $700 for the OG set. But now with this cheaper version, people will be like, shit, eBay, skip, cheap. I'm about to get this, and it's brand new. You know what I'm saying? So for me as a collector, it's like, wow, all my grails are being degrailed slowly but surely. You know what I'm saying? Like my Iron Man, I got like 41 Iron Man pieces right now on the shelf. You know what I'm saying? All different suits.
Mhm.
Um, Lyle taught me into buying that Mark III. I'm so mad at you for that, bro. I can't stand you for that one, dog. I wasn't going to do it. I swear I wasn't going. I said I'm not buying no reissues. The hell with that. I'm not doing it.
But
This
I
motherfucker
mean,
got that. See, I'm cussing. This dude got that Mark III and put it all over Facebook, all over Instagram, talking about. I said, damn.
but
I got it. That's the only.
okay.
That's the only reissue on my shelf. Yeah, it's that Mark III. I have two more. I have the OG Mark III, and now I
Hey,
have the new.
that Mark One reissue is pretty
Oh no,
good
I
too.
had the
One
OG.
issue.
I had the OG. I wasn't gonna get that. I had the OG, but it's
Yeah.
like, bruh, it's like, yo,
I'm
like
probably
some
about to pick the
reissue.
OG up, low key.
What up, girl? What up? What up?
Shout
But it's
out,
like,
shout out to
What up,
Les.
Les? How you doing?
yes,
Mama to be.
Mama
So
to
I
be.
cannot definitely wait. She's mama to be, so
That's
definitely
it.
can't wait
That's
to
it.
see the bundle once the
The little
bundle is
man.
revealed.
Yeah,
Shout out
yeah,
to her for being here. It's been a
no
long
doubt.
time, long time, but so good to see her here. But
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
bro, I'm just with the figures, bro. I'm in a whole different space, dog. It's like, bro, I'm so glad that some of my pieces, like nobody else has. I'm like Bob Dylan with some of my stuff. Like some of my stuff nobody else has. Because, bro, like you want to have something that's only
Mhm.
yours. You feel me? And out of your thing of like, um, 300 and some characters. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah,
like, what do you do with that?
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, see, here's the thing, bro, and I say it this way because I've never been, and I guess is because there's a few of us far in between, but I've never looked at any figure, and I'm gonna tell you why I don't look at it for its exclusivity. For so many different reasons. Number one, um, I look at like okay, Kenner figures back in the day. I look at Hasbro figures back in the day. How many times those figures have been reissued, but I just because I collect for me and whatever is my personal grail is going to be my personal grail in my collection. I know a lot of others will have the figure, but for me, it's personal for me. You know what I mean? That's why I don't really hold too much stock in type of reissues. But also we got to keep in mind this is the figure game we talk about, baby. Like this space right here, it's there. They are known for reissues, bro. They are known for basically going back, revitalizing. But somebody, because it was crazy because yesterday I had a show with Daniel Woom. And he said something that was definitely he was like, you know what? I don't mind the reissues. He's because as a company, as in any company, it's just like, Vinny, for instance, and I'll give you an example. Vinny, you have a piece, right? There's a piece that you basically you've worked on, you've perfected it. It's incredible. It's a piece that you released, right? You released it like maybe 3 years ago. You look at that same piece and you're like, you know what? I can do this, but I can definitely do it better. I can add more highlights. I can do something different to it. So you do that same piece again.
Mhm.
You do because you as an artist, you learn that you can perfect it. There's ways that you can make it better. And on top of that, you're giving people who may have wanted the original or wanted it before, you're giving them a chance to say, you know what, I'm doing a one-time only revisit. I've digitally, I've not digitally, but I've remastered the art by just going back and tweaking some certain things, just doing it a bit differently. But there's people I'm sure that will appreciate the simple fact that if they miss it the first time, they get a chance to get it again at a reasonable price. This is the thing that I've never liked about reissues or liked about the market in general is that, all right, I'll give you an example. Jay, Crosshair. Do you know how much that fucking figure is on aftermarket right now, bro? Do you know? Would you like to tell him, Bloomer?
That shit running up almost to $1,000.
It's 1,200.
Yeah.
1,200, bro. Crosshair is 1,200 on aftermarket right now.
It's short run.
Basically a short run, but that's how much it is. And it's that way because you get a lot of people who basically eke up these prices because it was a short run for that piece. If you wanted it when it was released, a lot of people should have actually gotten it. But the thing is, bro, it's going to happen. And that's why I just don't. I
No.
get the figures that I want, and I'm happy that I have these pieces in my
But
possession.
see, when Hot Toy drops these pieces, they don't technically say, "Oh, it's it's one of 20,000," right? They don't say that.
They
You just
never do
they
that.
never say
And
that.
that's
All right,
the
so
biggest
there's
thing that
nothing
fucks it up.
there's nothing immoral or unethical about it. Like if I release a limited print run and I do a Captain America piece and I say there's only going to be 50 of these pieces, so I'm gonna charge a little more, but I'm only gonna ever make these 50 pieces. So when they're gone, they're gone. I'm not going to come back years later and be like, all right, so here's this piece again, But when I do pieces of my regular stuff, I never say how many pieces I'm going to print out because I want, as many people as possible to be able to have them. But if I say there's only going to be this many pieces, they're not saying, hey, there's only going to be, 10,000 Batman Armory, sets and that's it. So if we release it later, y'all can be mad. Nah, you just got to assume that, hey, one day maybe they will release it later so that way that they can make some more money off of it. If they had said, addition of, one of 20,000 and you got number 750 and that's it, and then they just release the same thing later, then I think then that's a valid argument. But otherwise, I they didn't promise you that that's all that there was ever going to be. They just moved on to other shit.
Mm-hmm. Jason, you're muted, Jason. But before you jump in, Jay, what were you going to say, Bloomer?
I just want to get my 2 cents as like somewhat of a new comic collector, and of course, somewhat new of a Hot Toys figure collector. How I feel about reissues, like coming into the game, a lot of those prices are daunting. 400 for a Return of the Jedi Luke at the time. I paid 400 for the Black Panther 2018. Like there were like a lot of prices that were like daunting.
Yeah.
And when they reissue, they give people like me an opportunity to get it at a retail price. I'll give you a good example of one that was a really good reissue was the Black Panther Civil War suit. A lot of people like that one over the 2018 suit.
I did get that, actually. Yeah.
Fine. And I think that figure in itself is fantastic and amazing. That gave people an awesome opportunity to grab that if they weren't collecting when they dropped that 2000 whatever the fuck they dropped that. And then also in the comic game, man, like like I was saying backstage, they're doing facsimiles of some of the most iconic looks ever, and that gives me an opportunity to put that in the displays that I'm throwing right now. So, like Vinny said earlier, I can't see it as a lose win as anything other than a win-win situation for Hot Toys and comics, because Hot Toys they're already doing their limited fashion and they're telling us those numbers. I would think it's a different thing if let's say that Artisan Loki, let's say 10 years later they decide to reissue that. Then we got a problem and we got a justification to pull up the pitchforks. But it's an acquired taste, and it's always going to be a debate between reprints, originals, and holding value. And I've accepted it at this point. This
Damn, 700
eternal war or debate for the years to come. It's just how it goes.
Bro, like when I wanted to get so Jay, you remember how it was, bro? Like even back during the pandemic, I was looking for Hella. I wanted that figure so fucking bad. I wanted that figure so bad.
Yeah.
Vinny, I paid $700 to that son of a bitch, bro.
Yeah, I remember that.
700 for that figure, bro.
Sheesh.
Because you couldn't.
That hurts to even say, didn't it?
Bro, it hurt to say, but because of the simple fact that you couldn't find it anywhere. Well, you could find it, but even if you found it anywhere else, it was the same fucking price.
Bro, when Hella hit the market, when Hella dropped for Hot Toys, that bitch sold out
quick.
Excuse my pun, but the figure sold out in like freaking less than 2 weeks. That shit was gone, and then it hit eBay. When it hit eBay.
So look at the the market strategy. Look at the business practice of doing that. All right, so you put out a limited run, knowing that if it's hot, you could always put out more later because you didn't promise to be exclusive. You see, everybody wants it, and then the market goes crazy for it, and then now it's 700. So that price and that business strategy had nothing to do with Hella. It's so that the next figure that comes out, you don't think, I'll just get it later. You think, I have to get these figures as soon as they drop. Otherwise, I might run into a $700 Hella figure in the future of something that I wanted and didn't grab as soon as it dropped. It's a culture.
But see, okay, my homeboy that put me in
So
the game years ago.
So the reprinted thing, that's, even if you're a collector, that's got to be a positive thing, because at least it gives you hope that if there is one that you miss, because I mean, I'm not in it as like y'all are, but I'm seeing how many times y'all talk about a new figure dropping, and there's a lot of collectors that get just basically everything because we're fans of so many different IPs. So something's gonna slip through the cracks. There's gonna be something. All right, man,
Darth Maul.
But
that Darth Maul that just came out, that was right on time for me. I wasn't trying to pay those prices. Now look at it now. If you go on Mercari or you go on eBay, look at it. It's 200. It's easy. The prices are agreeable now. Since the reissue got teased out.
But the thing is, okay, my homeboy that got me into this, my boy Eddie, one that got the shop I was telling you about in Lauderdale. That was like my brother. He been collecting Hot Toys. I guess when it was just really Sideshow, so he got mad shit, like all the clones, like all that, all the way into the Hot Toy era. You know what I'm saying? My man fell back from collecting. He still got mad shit, but he fell back from collecting because like some stuff, like he likes to sell, he'll sell to get for like whoops or whatever, blah 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 blah. But it's like the way the figure market is right now, like the way they used to be. Like you could sell a figure that had ran its course and be good, you know what I'm saying? Because you had that exclusivity, you know what I'm saying? Now we don't have that anymore because of the fact that you have all these reissues coming out, you know what I'm saying? For a guy like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like he was a devoted Hot Toys guy, a devoted Sideshow guy to the business itself, you know what I mean? And he tried to make money off his own collection with certain stuff. And now that the reissue thing has been happening more over the last, I want to say 4 years, 5 years, it's getting crazy. Yeah, like he's like, man, I'm done. I still love the figures. I love the collecting game, but it's like I'm not profiting from this at all because it's just being reissued again and again and again. It's making the value of my original piece go down. He's deep into it. The numbers, everything. He can tell you the serial numbers, prices, blah, 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 blah. He knows the shit. Yeah. The business part of it. Because he got a comic book shop. You feel me? So his stuff is being devalued. The OG stuff's being devalued. Like all the Sideshow clones that he has, some that are still there as far as the value is with these now because they're like, kind of exclusive. You know what I mean? The 2-packs, I think it was Wolf and a 2-pack from Sideshow. It was a special edition. It was Wolf and 5s, I want to think. That's still through the roof. That's still like a G to get that 2-pack. You know what I'm saying? But if they
and we know that Sideshow is basically, I mean, Hot Toys in general,
they
have leaned back from doing 2-packs. They, they'll probably do it, but they're not going to do it as a 2-pack.
Right.
You know what I mean? So eventually you're going to see Wolf and 5s come out. You're going to see that drop.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but I think, and that's the thing, bro. And it depends on.
And I feel bad for the newcomers. Don't get me wrong. Like people that's new in the game, like Bloomer and a lot of guys that's new. Like we not mad with them at all. It's not upset at the new guy. It's the fact that old school collectors or whatever, or like my big bro. You know what I mean? He kind of hot because of the fact that he want to make his collection work for him a little bit. So if he want to sell a piece that's kind of exclusive, boom, he's good. But then if something come out, the same piece come out in a reissue, he loses profit. You feel me? So that's where it's people like that, you know what I'm saying? Like get hurt by Hot Toys a little bit. You know what I mean?
But like, you got to think, like, if you think about it though, bro, like what was Howard's agenda when he basically started the company? Because remember, he basically started out as a non-licensed company. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So when
Yeah.
he started, his business ethic was mainly just to produce the things that he liked, the figures that he wanted. He wasn't
Mhm.
because you know what? It's not a company like Hot Toys that ekes these prices up. It's the
Mhm.
aftermarket. It's these individuals who get it in their hand and then they place the value on it. They basically sell it for these outrageous prices. Hell, you see what basically happens when a figure releases. Bloomer,
It
10
goes
cent.
over. It's crazy.
You know what I mean? When you talk, but you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
bro, like
Yeah.
these
Negro.
10 cent prices are
Yeah.
out. But 10 cent,
Yeah.
a lot of these motherfuckers, bro, they are outrageous. But at the
Mhm.
same time, it's just like, you know what? This is why I exercise the sign. For me, I
Mhm.
have always entertained and exercised patience when it
Mhm.
comes to this because when I get it because I have an idea of what I want to do. It gives me time to rearrange. I don't have to pay those outrageous prices to get certain figures. As long as I know I pre-ordered it and I know it's there, and when it comes, and I'll be good with that. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
yo,
I'm
check
fine
it
with
out.
it.
I'm still holding on to the fact that they don't do a reissue of Blade. Cause I still have the OG Blade right there in the case right now, the OG Blade,
Yup,
and it's still
Yondu.
worth
Don't you got Yondu, Jay?
Yep, yep,
You know how much that motherfucker is right now, bro?
yep, yep. Be sitting right over there on the shelf, right
Cardinal.
there. Boom. I
Bro,
got the special edition joint too.
yo, I
Yep.
saw that motherfucker. I ain't gonna never forget. Like 6
hmm
months ago, I saw it for almost $2,000.
$2,000. Yep.
Mhm.
Because the
yeah,
character
yeah,
because
babe.
the character
$2,000,
died.
bro.
The character died. And Leslie, like the character died in the movie, so everybody that's sentimental to collectors because they're not gonna make no more Yondu's. Look right there on the shelf, $2,000. Boom. I
And
hope they
that's the
don't ever
thing,
reissue
bro.
it, bro.
Like, I get it, and I get that for people who collect because they want exclusive pieces. When I
Mhm.
started, I knew even collecting, I've been collecting for years. I mean, of course, all of us have.
Yeah.
But when I started collecting, I never came into this space looking to gain a profit. And that's just me. I never came in this
No,
space looking to
none
gain
of
a
us did
profit.
in the beginning. No.
You know what I mean? And even up
Yeah.
until now, bro, I look at it
Mhm.
for the art form, the pieces that I can actually
Mhm.
see in my collection that I know I have that are personal for me, that I can go back, repose, create an amazing display.
Mhm.
That's what I'm definitely in it for. If they do a re-release, bro, hell, if they did a re-release on Gen Urso, I'll be fine with that. Fuck, it gives a person a chance to experience what I'm experiencing and how much I enjoy these pieces.
Bruh, Jane
So
Urso right now is like a bean, dog.
I believe it.
A
Probably
bean.
because of me, because I talk about that shit
Yeah,
all the time.
that's your fault.
Because
Jane
I talk about
Urso.
that motherfucker all the time, bro.
Jay, that's in his will. Bury him with that shit.
He
Yeah,
going
hell
with it.
yeah.
He going
That
with it. He gonna
box,
be with it.
the figure will be buried with me. I
He gonna be with
promise
it.
you. I tell you. Definitely. I tell you.
Over
It
Ray,
will be buried with me, huh?
Yeah, Jin is
over
always
Ray.
it's always been Jin.
It's gonna always be over Ray, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jen is gonna
Good.
Yeah.
always be over Ray, bro.
All right.
I'm sorry. That's Jen Urso, bro. That is my
Yeah.
favorite figure in my collection.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
will
yeah.
always trump every other piece that I have in my collection. Hands fucking down. End of the
That
discussion.
that
He will
Jen,
always be
bro.
the number one figure in my collection, bro.
I went to peek at the price. I'm like, damn,
Yeah,
that
bro.
shit is a bean.
Yeah, bro. Will
Mhm.
you give away the Jen Urso if there's nope? I'll probably buy that one too and put it
Yeah.
in here.
That's why it's so funny when he said that. He just have another one.
No, nope. I
Oh,
will
shit.
not give it away. Hell no.
He said,
Hell
nah.
to the no, no, no.
Mhm. Mhm.
Feet pics for Lee. Get the fuck out of
Feet pics for
here.
dinner. So.
Yeah. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. So
Oh shit.
I'm so glad, bro. I'm so glad that right now, bro. I'm really, really, really happy and content that you're in a position right now to smile and that you're really, really happy. I'm so happy that's because like sometimes when that happens, I got to bring you down. When we start talking about stuff like this, bro, I wanted to. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, bro. I know how you feel. I got to bring you down just a little bit.
Everybody that's been watching this show for the longest, bro. This dude This dude always does this shit to me. He don't come after Vinny.
Yeah, I
Bloomer
do.
just got here. He gonna find something for you, Bloomer. Watch. He gonna find something. Just wait. Just wait. It's coming. This
They
dude
start fucking up on
always
these
come after
Spider-Man
me.
movies. I'm
Bruh.
cooked.
He always come after me, dog.
But no,
Like,
listen,
you
it's
so
not.
wrong for this shit, dog.
No,
I was in a
but-
good mood, bro.
But we got to talk about it though. We have
The
to talk
Green
about
Lantern
this.
Corpse. Ain't this some bullshit?
We
Okay,
have
go
to
ahead.
talk about this. We have to
All
talk
right.
about the Green
Oh,
Lantern Corps.
brother.
This dude, man.
So they have writers now. I think it's what is
And
it
you didn't even tell me
Lindelof
about
who's
this.
basically
Lindelof.
writing this? Yeah,
You snuck this
Lindelof
shit
and I
in there.
believe Tom King. I don't know if he's a writer, but he's a consultant.
Tom. He's actually on it. Like he's with Lindelof.
Yeah.
So definitely. So they are the writers for this show. Now, of course, if you follow Lindelof's work, you know we're talking about the Watchers, the Watchmen show.
Yeah.
Which was Emmy nominated. You know, you
It was
had
good.
2 Emmy nominated winners that are actually there on, from the show as well. It was that great. So he knows what he's doing. So they got really a dope ass writer, on board. They also got another writer who, again, True Detective. You already know. It's going to be incredible. So I think with the writers and who they basically have with them, it could be successful. Now, here's my thing though, because you're talking about and Jay, and I'm gonna get to you and Vinny, but I want to start with Bloomer. You're talking about an IP that people have wanted to see done right for the longest time, right? For the longest time, we wanted to see Hal Jordan, done right. Done right. We didn't want to see just the bullshit that we actually. So now I don't think we're going to ever see Kyle Rayner. So that I mean, we're not going to probably see Kyle Rayner in this at all, because they're saying that this is going to be like almost like a buddy cop thing. You know what I mean? That we have here. Now, Bloomer, right. So this is my question, right? It's crazy.
Bro.
So do you think the decision to have this something that is huge in, as in huge in content and a lot that's been, do you think it should be something that they start with on HBO Max, or do you think that this is something that should have been cinematic in theaters?
If we want people to take the Green Lantern and their characters that universe seriously, it has to have a cinematic release. That's my opinion.
So you think it should be cinematic?
There's going to be people that are going to be excited regardless of however they drop it. Those people are fans of these characters. However, there's going to be also people that believe that, you're dropping it on HBO Max, so how much confidence do you have in this thing, right? There's going to be people that's going to be something in the back of your mind, like, why wasn't this an actual movie instead, right? So this is very interesting, and one of my favorite comics involving the Green Lantern was the war between all the corps.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love for that to take place, or the beginnings of that to be set in this new Gunverse, or whatever people want to call it. So that's why I just gave a collective groan, because that doesn't sound like that's where they're going.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah.
If they make it work, Maybe we like it. Hell, this guy did do the Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Am I right? Did we give him at least a little bit of that slack for the first film, or where's the temperature with that?
Yeah. I and the thing is, bro, like I'm definitely not taking away from Gunn's success. And I think that done right, this could be, if anything, on a large scale, and giving it that cinematic attention that it needs, and making sure that it looks James Gunn is going to do that. He's going to gun this shit. And I know that, you know what I mean? And I think that, it does make me feel good. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to front that they got Lindelof on this project. It makes me feel fucking good because he's an amazing writer, bro. He is. And I think he can pull it off. It's just that I'm just torn of whether or not I want to see it on HBO or should the shit have actually been in the cinemas. Jay, I'm gonna let you go last, bro. I know you want to talk, but I'm gonna let you go last, bro, because I'm gonna let you simmer down.
I'll be all right.
Yeah. Benny, your thoughts on it, bro?
When is it supposed to drop?
Don't know yet. It's still early development right now. Like they have their writers, so we know that pre-production and stuff is going to start.
Yeah,
they announced that they announced the writers yesterday. I think.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully by 26, we'll see how soon they can get it together and do a season. I guess first and foremost, I'll get the optimism out of the way. I'm happy that there is going to be some Green Lantern. Period. Like just. Regardless of TV or movie, I'm glad that they're recognizing that it's important to include Green Lantern in this, I guess, reboot of the DCU. But I would have been happier if this had been included in the cinematic rollout as opposed to, say, Authority or Supergirl, even because you already have Superman movie coming. Like, you break it up, like do the different IPs, then do your spin-offs of each of them. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. To me, Supergirl should have been, something tackled later down the line after you got through your Wonder Womans and your Green Lanterns and even your Flashes before. And Batman, I mean, Batman's part of it. So, but they didn't say anything about a Flash film, and no Green Lantern film, no Wonder Woman film yet. So I feel like those should have been priorities over, Authority and Swamp Thing and Supergirl. Green Lantern film should have been up there, but I understand that for whatever reason, it's like this is their like Green Lantern's failure is so ingrained in Warner Brothers like PTSD of how to handle these films. It's very shocking and surprising because it's almost like they just were 100% sure that would have been a hit, and when it bombed, they just lost all confidence, all mojo that they had with films in general, and it took them a while to recover from that. And it's sad because Green Lantern, to a lot of DC fans like us, and all of us here pretty much are like want to see DC shit do well. Like we're actually DC fans, and we just haven't had the films to rally behind, be worth that love. I understand, like, okay, I wouldn't have done it this way. I would have been like, nah, fuck you. If we do it right, they'll go. I'm gonna do a film. But I get I don't buy for a second that Gunn really is making all the shots, all the calls. I very likely think that he might have either pitched it as a TV show because he knew they wouldn't go for a movie, or they shot down a movie and he just said, oh yeah, I always wanted to do a TV show the whole time, and made it a TV show instead. I'll also say this, at least it's about Hal and John as opposed to Guy, because that was the dumbest shit I ever heard of. That was the dumbest comic book news release I've ever heard in my life, that we're going to try Green Lantern again. The first one bombed with Hal, but I know we'll do it with fucking Guy. That was the dumbest shit. I still can't believe that they had the fucking they fixed their mouth to say some shit like that. It's just insane to me. Now, obviously, when you have Guardians, I mean, even as a reader virtually my whole life, I never really had Guardians of the Galaxy as like a big thing on my radar, that when it came out and dropped in the theaters, they better not fuck up Star-Lord. I didn't care. They changed up Star-Lord. They changed up Star-Lord, and it was like, all right, cool. I know that's different from the comics, but like I had to research how it was different from the comics. I've seen them in other books that I read, but I never was a big Guardians reader. And you know what? Most people weren't. So it wasn't that big a deal to switch that shit up. Same with Suicide Squad. There was no like lifelong, giant community of people dying to see Suicide Squad. So when they put that shit out, he got to do with whatever he wanted to do with that too, and change it up. How though? Green Lantern though? I mean, that's not a buddy cop team. Like, John picked up the mantle because Hal was gone. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Hal
there's
had
only so many.
that thing
You're
inside of
supposed
him.
to. The whole point of the Green Lanterns is supposed to be like one per sector, and there's multiple Earthling Green Lanterns, but over the course of decades,
Yeah.
so you can't just say, oh well, there's a guy, there's a John, there's a Kyle, there's a Hal. So what difference does it make? It does make a difference. All those new Green Lanterns came because of the absence of other ones, and then they just got to stay and then split up, do other shit. So having them, I'm not sure. So I'm not sure the storyline. Maybe they'll, mention that, or do something with that information to explain why we would have two human Earthling Green Lanterns active at the same time, working together as opposed to defending different parts of the galaxy. But I don't know. There's a lot of pressure for this to do well, and hopefully there's maybe less pressure with it, a TV show. There's also an issue of the budget. Green Lantern does not work very well when he's not Green Lantern. Like, this is not Peter Parker or Bruce Wayne or whatever. Like, this is like, there's not, you're not reading many Green Lantern books where you're like, oh, this is so good, I don't even care if he goes and fights. Like, that's the draw. Like, I don't need to see them eating in a restaurant, just chilling and like being like with comedy and shit like that. I don't want that. Like, you read Green Lantern, you watch Green Lantern to see cool space fights, to see cool effects, to see interesting constructs with the ring, and all of that takes money. Like, the whole point is like everything about Green Lantern says CGI. This isn't Batman where like you can have a low budget episode where he's cracking a case. Like, you don't need a lot of special effects for a Batman show. You can have him just doing detective shit, and it's very interesting. That's not really true for Hal or John. Like, that's going to be an issue. So their budget will be very important. The story of how and why they're working together at the same time as Lanterns will be important, and then how it will tie in with DCU will be important. So there's a lot of questions behind this. So hopefully, they're backing this with a lot of support, because this needs to be something that is a bridge to the DCU verse, because this is a cinematic character much more so than it is, like, to me, like, make the TV shows about guys like like Nightwing, or you know what I mean, like the films should be your heavy hitters. The Green Lantern is in your top 5 heavy hitters in your whole fucking company. Like, make this be a springboard to get back to where you should be.
Get back to that,
But don't linger there. Don't make this all like, oh, we're not interested in doing movies with Green Lantern. Like, this is his place. No, it's not. This should be like a proving ground, and then get him back on the silver screen.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the reasons why I'm excited that they got Lindelof on here, bro, because he's definitely a
Monday too. I love the True Detective Ozark resume is phenomenal. Lindelof is obviously great, and then with Tom, you have actual comic book head in the building, and not just and not one of the big names like Loeb or Avengers, who's doing a billion things. Like, Tom, like, might have enough energy to focus on this. So if they're listening to that input and focusing on it, then that might give us a chance for a really strong show here, which would be great, because there's a lot of Green Lantern fans like myself who have been waiting way too long for them to try again and get it right.
Yeah, definitely. Jay, your thoughts, bro? I know you want to weigh in, but what's your thoughts on this, bro?
I'm just I'm nervous, not because of the I'm glad about the writers, but like Vinny was saying, their first choice before they even went this way was freaking Guy Gardner. That's just showing me that y'all motherfuckers ain't reading no comic books. Guy Gardner is the worst Green Lantern in history, except for 2814. But whatever. But then to have it be a buddy cop movie. When I think buddy cop movie, I'm thinking Starsky and Hutch. I'm thinking Chips. I'm thinking Bad Boys. Like, you're gonna have that kind of scenario or box to be in. It's gonna have a lot of comedy in that shit too. And I don't want to see that for my first Green Lanterns, movie since Ryan Reynolds. Because that's why Ryan Reynolds flopped, because they had too many jokes in the shit. The Ryan Reynolds movie was good. I thought it was okay, except for the little cheesy parts about the dad. No, whatever. That's another. I don't want to get into that. But it's just like, 2814 has got to be the weakest sector in all the universe because you got like 20 Green Lanterns in that sector. You know what I'm saying? Hal Jordan only went down for a little while because he had parallax in him. That's why
Yeah,
John took over.
he was
You know what
dealing
I'm
with
saying?
that. Yeah,
Parallax.
yeah.
Right. And then John was gone for a minute fighting with the Justice League with parallax. Then Kyle came along. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, like I just don't see that buddy cop thing doing too good on film. And then with James Gunn being in charge, okay, the space stuff, he's good with it. Because Guardians of the Galaxy, all three of them were good to me.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
on that aspect, I kind of trust him with the space stuff. But just I know that he's gonna have a lot of some jokey jokes
But
hitting
see,
there,
well,
and I
it's
just
because
I hope not.
it's
I hope
but
not.
it's not going to be him. But here's the thing, because it's not him writing and directing, though. You know what I mean?
But he's gonna
So
have influence on them writers too. You think he's gonna
he
be in that room
probably
messing with them
will,
writers?
but when with the writers that they basically have on board, that's why I'm a little
Mm-hmm.
bit more extremely optimistic about this. I'm more optimistic about this. I'm gonna be quite honest, bro. I'm more optimistic about this than I am the Superman film. I am.
Shit, me too.
I'm definitely more optimistic about this one because of the writers that they have on board. You
Yeah,
know, you're giving us John Stewart, you're giving us Hal Jordan,
yeah,
two characters, that definitely we want to see on screen.
yeah,
How they're
yeah.
going to work, and I hope that they bring those elements in because if anything, I would want that subterfuge between them. You know what I
Or
mean? Where it's just,
at least mention something about parallax, so
yeah,
John can
yeah,
be,
yeah, because we know
John can be
that,
like,
yeah, because
that's why I'm
the
here.
but and the thing is, bro, around that time, John Stewart hated Hal Jordan,
He
bro.
couldn't stand him, bro.
He couldn't fucking stand him,
Because he
bro.
thought he should have been strong enough to get rid of parallax with
Yeah,
the will
he was a
alone.
he was a traitor. He was
Right,
a traitor also
right,
basically and because of his military upbringing.
right,
So that's why
right.
I'm like, you know what? I would definitely want to see if that is going to be a banter between both. But I think
They
it is
gotta
a
mention
sign.
parallax. They gotta
Yeah,
mention parallax at some
yeah.
point because that's why John is there. I know back in the day with his origins back in the day, but he played a big part in that parallax story when Hal was out of his mind. You know what I'm saying?
Writing,
Yeah.
writing's going to
So
be very important because Gunn was saying like this is going to be like True Detective with superheroes and shit like that, and
I hope so, man.
that could
I
be
hope
that could
so.
be very interesting. But it also
Mhm.
has to have not just detective shit. Like you have to have them suit up and doing
Exactly.
using their powers. Like it can't
Right.
just be them just talking and
Right.
I want to see both. You know what I mean? I don't need how just to be like just some CGI video game cutscene type show. I want there to be good writing and heart and a point to him so that way when he is in big fights you care more. But it's just I don't know. It's just I hope they do it right because Green Lantern is like really important to not fuck up a second time. It's a lot of pressure,
Well,
and I'm sure that's part of why they waited so long because you can't strike out twice and then ever
right.
expect to get a chance to do it again.
Well, the CGI from that first one, I know it was like it's like ancient now, but people hate on the movie. That CGI was dope, especially
The
Oa.
everything they did in space was fire.
It was dope. The Oa, all the Oa stuff, the
Everything
projection
they
from
did
the
with
ring
fire was dope except for Parallax, bro.
for Parallax. The
That
Parallax character was
aspect of
trash.
it
They didn't
That
really
was
and
quite
absolute
understand
trash.
what parallax is and
No,
was,
no,
and not to mention
no.
why are you doing parallax in the first Green Lantern movie? Like, what are
Come
you?
on,
What's wrong
dog.
with
The
y'all?
first one,
That's like the first. That's like the very first Spider-Man movie. If they did, Venom, like stop.
you should at least have a
You
beef
build
with
up.
Sinestro.
You build up,
Exactly.
and then the Sinestro tease. Like at this point, still use him. Shit, Sinestro was like that was
He was a
one of the.
perfect Sinestro,
He
dog.
looked just like him.
Perfect.
just like Sinestro,
Right
bro,
out the
was one of
comics,
the
though.
best.
Right.
And that's the thing. And you had Mark Strong, bro. You had him.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
perfect.
Shit,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
He bro,
Yeah.
incredible actor,
Yeah.
bro. Just all through and
Yep.
through.
Yep.
Like, why not, man? Like, that's what I'm
Yep.
saying. Like, I mean, I give it. I'm gonna give them. I'm gonna definitely give them, a level of optimism here, and hopefully that they pull it off and that they do a good job with it.
I give this more hope than Superman, and I'm a Superman fan. Y'all know it to the heart. But
Yeah,
I just give this more hope than Superman movie because you got two great writers and a comic book head in the room. So I'm just hoping that James just stays away and let these dudes do their work. You know, I just I don't know. I hope it works out.
I think yeah, and like I said, I mean, I'm honestly think it will. So
Hmm.
anyway, we'll definitely see. But moving on, I do want to actually talk about. I want to move in our next space here and talk about our artist feature of the week, and that is the one and only Tommy Lee Edwards. Now, here's the thing: like when you think about his work, here's in Vinny, I did this specifically, because I was going through and I was looking at like some of like his art, mainly his art, and you know how we talk this piece right here. I want to bring this up, right?
His
Because
portfolio is
Vinny,
phenomenal.
1985.
yeah, it is, but I want to
Yeah.
bring up this piece, Vinny, because I want to bring it up and tell me what this reminds you of, because it reminds me of one of the pieces that you've done. It reminds me of something that you've done that again it's let me see, let me pull it up here really quick. This piece right here, what does this remind you
Oh,
of?
that's so raw. That's dope.
It reminds me of the piece that you did with all of the robots. It just aesthetically
Okay.
of
Okay.
Voltron, when you had
Yeah.
Oh,
Transor
I missed
Z, when
that.
you had like everybody that this is what this reminds me of
Oh, I
when I
missed that
see
one,
it.
man.
Oh,
That's
bro,
what's
That's
you
up.
dope though.
that fucking piece is phenomenal. It has
Yeah, I missed that.
everybody on it. If you see it, it even has it has from Pacific Rim.
Gypsy Danger.
What?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. You got to see
The
it. I'll
guy,
pull it
the
up. I'll pull it
Geigers.
up. I'll pull it
That's
up.
on
I'll
your
pull it
page.
up.
That's on your page, Vinny.
Yes, sir. That was one of the first big pieces I did.
Yeah.
Oh, bet. All right.
Yeah, I seen the artist feature of the week, and like 9 times out of 10, I'm super familiar with everybody you pick if we haven't talked about it first. But I haven't read 85, and that literally just got on my radar today. Somehow it got past me. I do know it's Jupiter's Legacy stuff.
Yo, I was
So
about to
I
say. I was just
so I
about to
have
say.
I have a
Yeah.
few issues of Jupiter's Legacy, and I meant to,
Mm-hmm.
because I got into that right when they before the Netflix show, when they announced that they were going to do
Mm-hmm.
a book about that, and I read a couple of those issues and loved the art, but somehow 85
Yeah.
got past me, and I love the concept, so I'll be picking
Mm-hmm.
that up for sure because of this recommendation. So I definitely want to check that. But yeah, that definitely. I was looking through some of his art before the show, and I love his style. It's a very dynamic style, and that's always what I go for above and beyond everything else. Something that is a dynamic composition, and then the details, and then perspectives and outlines. Like the most important part to me is if it's going to grab your attention, and his shit definitely is very very
That's so dope.
grabbing. Like
Yeah.
great composition. Like a lot of the
Mm-hmm.
pieces just absolutely would draw you in. So
It's
his stuff is
so
amazing.
realistic to me. Like, for me, like it gives
Like,
me like shades of like Alex Ross, but in a
I was just
different
about to say
way.
that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
the details are always there, man.
Mm-hmm.
His when I was looking at stuff of that had that was different, and it reminds me a little bit of myself in a different way, in that I like doing different things with different media. Like I'm not
Mm-hmm.
always doing watercolor, always doing Copics, and
Mm-hmm.
so it reminded me of how Kubert experimented with his style on Origins. Like if you look at
Oh
the
yeah.
style on Origins, that's so different than the way Kubert typically works, because it was like he used a very high textured watercolor type paper, and then did a lot of color pencil type work overlaid over top of it, and it was a completely different shading and style than he typically does. It did not seem at all digital. It seemed super creatively
Superimposed. Yeah.
like, yeah, just super color
Mm-hmm.
pencil style, and definitely like
Mm-hmm.
different like overlaid wash of everything that
Mm-hmm.
he did. So I see a lot of that with this. Just like it almost gives you kind of like a dreamy feel. Like there's like it's like abstract in a way. It's not super sharp and crisp like a digital coloring will give you. it feels a lot more traditional. So
Yeah.
I really dig his style. I'm glad that we talked about him because it put me on, and I know so many people. I'm always happy when I find somebody new to check out. I don't think he did that one.
Why we doing this though?
Bro,
Like,
Oh my god.
why we doing this? That's wrong, though. Like, come on, man.
I know, right?
Take that off. Take that off, bro.
I'm
Like,
gonna
come
take
on.
it all, bro. I'm sorry, man.
You're wrong for that, bro. Like, we're
I'm
not
my
gonna see
bad,
that.
man.
We're not gonna see that no more, bro. Like,
But like for instance, even this Moon Knight right here, bro. Like just
that's raw.
it's real raw.
Mhm.
Like his work
Those
is
lines, man.
like just the lines, bro. And even
Mhm.
like now, Jay, you're gonna appreciate this one right here.
Mhm.
You definitely like. I think for any Star Wars fan, they would definitely
Mhm.
appreciate this right
Mhm.
here. Look at this son of a bitch right here,
Come
bro.
on, bro.
Come on, bro. Like,
He's
come on,
like a Alex Ross
That's
Jr.
traditional.
Like,
bro.
it's
Look at
just
that.
it's crazy, bro.
I'm saying, man, the details where he takes you, the
Got
use
A
of
wing, a Y
colors.
wing. Come
Yep.
on, man.
A
Bro.
wing. Yeah, bro. He has.
But like Vinny
TIE fighter
said, his
going
range
down.
is crazy. Like what he
Yeah,
Yeah.
does, where he goes,
yeah.
experiments with is just nuts.
Look how he pulls those lines through the sky, bro. That sky is raw too, man. Like that. Yeah, his stuff is awesome, bro.
I
I
don't.
like his Jupiter Legacy stuff, man. Yo, I'm so mad the show went off the air, though.
Me
Like, come
too. I
on,
dug it. I thought it was
one
super
season.
creative.
Yo, I was digging
I thought it
that.
was really original.
Yeah, man, I was digging that, bro. Like the book is good too. All his books are good as well. But like, yo, I'm mad they got rid of that show, bro. Like that show was awesome, man. Like
Yeah,
and
I don't think the fans treated that show fairly. It was like all of a
at
sudden people
all.
thought comic books were corny, and it's like, hold up,
Right.
y'all be
Like
supporting so
read
much
the
shit.
story. Like if you read the
Yeah,
story,
The story was
people
raw,
support
man.
so much bullshit out there
Right,
for them to not giving that show a chance. Like that's where you
right.
draw the line. This one,
Come on, man.
yeah,
Come
it
on.
was such it bro. The show was dope. I
Show
loved it.
was dope.
It was dope. And the cliffhangers on them show, it was just, but
Yeah,
it was true to
man.
form. It was definitely true to
Yeah,
form
yeah,
and
yeah,
true to
yeah.
books. And definitely this piece right here, Vinny, also, I don't know why his work kind of reminds me of yours. Because I think it's
Look
more
at that,
so
bro.
like look at it's the detail, but then also because sometimes like you excel, Vinny, in just you excel with your pen work, but I
Mhm,
think you excel even more and beyond with your watercolor because you take it
mhm,
in a way that
mhm,
is never did I've never in life seen it done before, like
thank
mhm,
you.
that attention to detail. So that's
mhm.
when I see his work, I was like, yo, I wonder if Vinny has really delve into his work.
I feel
Mhm.
bad that I haven't because I would have, yeah, I would have been all over this shit for sure because it's very it's very traditional and I'm a huge fan of people who go out of the way to do traditional works. Like, I mean, it looks like a lot of the coloring is his too because there's a lot of artists
Mhm.
that'll just do the line work or the pencil work and then they just pass it
Shadow,
off to
yeah.
a colorist and then
Mhm,
a lot of the work does feel digital because all the colors are just digitally done. So when you're doing the you know when you're doing that like that Luke piece, like that's clearly color pencils and color
mhm,
wash over that, and it
mhm.
just creates such a more just authentic feel to me than just doing some line work and passing it off to get overlay with digital stuff where you just tap in a button and now you have this copycat
Can
cookie
you?
cutter background. Thank you, sis.
Well, that Luke piece
Yeah, I
that he
bring it up.
did, um, that emotion, Vinny, you did that a lot with your pictures too, bro. Like with your characters' facial expressions, like
I try to
Yeah,
study
bro, the emotion,
references a lot to
yo,
try to get emotion for sure.
yeah,
dog, that emotion, you do the same thing, bro. You can see that he is in distress, he's in pain,
yeah.
he's scared, he's confused, bro. Like y'all do the same thing, bro. That piece right
I
there,
want
I
to.
gotta find that.
I want to
that.
get him to do. If I ever reach out to him to do some commission work, I'll be like, yo, can I? I'm gonna show you this picture, and I want you to take this dude and put him in and juxtapose him in a scene with Amber Heard, doodling on somebody's bed. I want you to have Bloomer in the corner.
Man,
with a
I
camera.
try to leave this behind, but
With a camera.
he's
With a camera.
back then.
With a camera recording. Them old school cameras. Them old school
He'll title it
cameras
Hoshiticus.
Yeah, there you go.
Hoshiticus.
Hoshiticus. But nah, bro, like his like again, bro, like, and then which this is another one of the covers that I love. Actually, it's crazy because it's a book that probably a lot of people have that they didn't know he's done. Oh damn, I can't, it's too little. I can't, I'm trying to find a bigger hold on.
Was it 1985, John?
No. Hold on. I'll find it for you. Hold on.
Yeah, but Vin,
look at this, and this another piece that reminds me of Vinny right here, bro. This motherfucker right here, bro. This one. Look at that, bro.
Oh yeah. I see you doing that, dog.
You see that? Like, this is what I'm saying. Like traditional, but taking the work and just making it your own. That is the shit that is so fucking impressive to me. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like nobody, and that's the thing, bro. Like
1985, though, right? Yeah, that's 1985.
Like nobody's really doing it like this, like too much, bro.
Nope, it all looks the same, bro. I mean, as part of what, and it's fucked up to say, but it's part of what inspires me, yo. Like I'll walk a con floor, I'm like, all right, cool. There's not many people doing it a certain way because it's hard, yo. It takes a lot longer to do it like this. It takes a lot longer to do it with all traditional media. It takes a lot longer to do a piece that has tons of composition and detail and all that kind of stuff. It's a lot easier to just do a headshot. Yeah. And that's what a lot of people do. Or do it.
Do you think now with artists they're more like a hurry up and go get it out?
Yes, you know why? I'll tell you exactly why. Because now, like especially with social media and with everything else, it's a fast digestive world, just like everything else. Everything is TikTok 5-minute intervals. That's fire. So like if you have a social media page for as an artist, and it's like if you want to keep going, you have to like keep releasing content, and like you're only going to be able to release content so many days a week if you're doing big elaborate pieces. People want like fast. A lot of artists that are hot right now are like somebody like Clayton Crane, who could just do a quick sketch and like super fast and then just get it out, boom, 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 boom. And he's talented really quick, but if his style was more time consumptive, it would take, he would lose that. I mean, there's so many artists who I've talked to who complain like, all right, if you want to get a piece with a lot of views online, like, all right, you have to release new art so often that it's hard to keep the algorithm in your favor because you have to keep posting to keep winning. It's tough.
Is that killing that kind of a media that you guys have?
I don't. Well, there's people who don't give a shit and just do it how they want to anyway. Like nobody's going to tell Alex Ross you have to release a piece every week in order to be successful. Yeah. But then there's people who let that dictate how they create, and you know what I mean. I part of why I like the way that I do it now is like I don't have a editor or a boss that have to answer to have a certain quota. I just do it as I have time and what I want to do. And then I imagine that there's a lot of artists who shy away from maybe either interiors or monthly work or do independent comics, or they just do covers for companies because then they could release it at their schedule, or even do indie stuff for Image, where if they want to take 3 months to put out one issue, that's their prerogative. They can. But you look at Marvel. Look at what they're doing with all their big titles. Spider-Man has like 7 books a month. Like even you know what I mean. Like they want people releasing stuff over. I mean, yo, that's that. His style is so all over the place in the best way possible. Like that's a Drew Struzan. Am I fucking up his name?
Right.
You know the dude who does those color pencil type style for
Yeah,
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like what's his name? Drew Struzan or Strozan or something like that.
Yeah.
And like that's reminiscent of that. And that's fire. That's absolutely
that
super
so
my
real,
style
dog.
right there. That kind of color style, like that's traditional art right there. That's what I fuck with.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Like
Amber Turd.
Amber Turd. But yeah, bro, like definitely
Struzan.
Struzan is, you know,
exactly. Rens, and that's Drew Struzan right there.
Yeah, like definitely. That's why I was like, you know what, the work in general. Let me put this to the side here because I got us up here, you know, so we can better look at the actual work. But yeah, that's why I kind of wanted to pull him up because I was going through it. I was like, yo, this work is like impeccable. Like
it's
this,
dope, bro.
it's so dope because it's like, you know, I call it more so like it's expressive. You know, it's his way of definitely being. And so Vinny, I want to look. This is like, for instance, a lot of people would look at this and be like, it's odd, but I'd see genius in this piece right here, bro. Like this is fucking phenomenal. Like I love this right here.
It's very Banksy.
That's a 101, bro. I dig that.
Yeah, it's very Banksy. Yes, and I get what you're saying because his style is all over the place, and sometimes I feel bad because I do the same thing a lot, but I feel like that is, I don't know. It's just it's me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I think he mimics a lot of diverse styles that are out there, a lot of diverse artists that are out there now.
Experiments.
He definitely got Alex Ross down to a T. Like some of that stuff we just saw tonight, like I'm thinking Alex Ross. Then they got Strauss down, and they got like a little bit of McFarlane. Then they got some freaking like Basquiat, like Wild Art Superman. Dude, he's very, very talented,
bro. Like
very
I just
talented,
and you could tell it like he's a fan of the form. Like he's definitely a fan of the form, bro. Like he definitely is.
Come on, but that's Geonosis.
Yeah, Geonosis, bro.
Come on, bro. That
Battle of the Geonosis, bro. Like that shit is
dope.
fucking fire, bro. Like this is incredible, bro. And come on, man. Like, and then him touching on Gotcha Man, bro. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
That was my shit every single day, bro.
They don't know about that. They don't know.
They don't know about that, Jay. A lot of people out there don't.
That's that real anime cartoon.
Yeah, bro. Like, you know, straight up, like
that spaceship. They need to do some 1/6 scale of that team, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like even like this piece. Hold up, I want to pull this up too. What he did with like this Akira piece. I don't. Well, I gotta bring it up here because
I want that yellow saber Luke, boy. They need to make a 1/6 scale of that.
Yeah, bro. Like,
people don't know about that. They don't know about that Luke, boy.
Bro, like
yes, sir.
I mean, all in all, like I said, his work speaks for itself. Great attention to and when I pull this up, I'm gonna pull this piece up, and I want people to actually tell me what it is. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. I'm gonna pull up this little piece right here. What is this from?
I can't see.
You see that? You don't see it?
No, is that Black Hole? No, it's not Black Hole.
Nope.
What is
okay?
That?
So then I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull up something that you can look at more in detail. All right. So you'll know where it came from.
Oh shit!
Oh man, bro, come on! Yep. Come on, boy. I had the Matt Tracker. I had
bro.
What's the helicopter, the motorcycle, the little green John. I had that plane. Come on, bro. You're not. Come on, dog.
Right,
Matt
bro.
Tracker, man. Matt
Hell
Tracker.
yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like this show.
Now,
was everything.
That was after before Transformers dropped, right?
Hmm.
It was in between GoBots and Transformers, right?
It was
Yeah.
after a little bit after. It was
After
after because it was mid
Transformers
'80s
dropped?
when it dropped.
Mid
Yeah, it
80s,
was a little
yeah,
bit
yeah.
after. It was definitely after, bro. Definitely
Yeah,
after.
yeah, yeah. That man, that show was the bomb. So that was a good ass show, bro. I
Hey,
was kind of
Bloom,
mad they went
Bloom.
off.
I ain't forget about you, Bloom.
Yeah, what's up
I ain't
about
forget
that?
about you, bro. I ain't forget about you, Bloom. He got a little something for you too,
Oh
bro.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, I ain't forget about you, Bloom, because he definitely got some. He got some stuff for you too, Bloom. I ain't forget about you, brother.
Thank you,
Rumor.
thank you. This is
Check.
for
Don't.
me, for me.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Them bullet points.
Yeah,
That was a freaking
that
good
math
book.
stuff that is a little bit before my time.
Bullet points.
Yeah, bro. He's his work though,
He's a beast.
especially this piece right. Oh my God, this piece right here, bro.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me pull it up here. If it lets me, hold on.
Mass Crusader, rocking all the time. I got the song on my head now.
Where's it? Here it is. Here it is. This piece right here is incredible, bro.
That's crazy.
That
No,
is
but Sinkovich there.
Come on, bro.
Look at that.
That's Sinkovich, bro.
Mm-hmm. Bro.
That is dope, dog.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I mean,
Wow.
just the attention to a lot of this stuff here, bro. A lot of what we got here. His work is, it's really
That's
good.
dope.
It definitely is some dope work, bro. But again, that's why I wanted to kind of feature him, because I felt as though it needed, we needed to kind of talk about, and on top of that, Vinny, is just because it reminded me so much of your work.
I
Of
appreciate it, man. That's good
this
company.
shit right here.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God, bro. Oh my God. You got Galactus and
I
come
gotta see
on,
this.
bro.
Hold on. Let me go on your page, bro.
Look at this, bro. God damn, this is fire, bro.
Yeah,
Like
that's
this
incredible.
right here is incredible, bro. And again, it's what I'm saying. It's because the work is so it's original, but it's with vibrancy. It's traditional, but it's just the element, bro. Like again, like because it reminds me of the one you did when they was like, well, you should have added this. If you look at this really quick, if you look right there below Green Goblin, you see Namor, you see Storm, you see Daredevil actually
Oh,
right in
Silver
between
Surfer.
Storm.
Silver Surfer
You
over there.
see,
Yeah.
you see
Damn,
everybody
dog.
there, bro. Like everybody is here.
Yep.
Rogue is actually up at the top right hand corner. Scarlet Witch, everybody. It's come on, bro. Iceman, Bobby Drake is in this particular photo. You got the Vindicator down there as well. Like if you look at the detail and how small things are hidden, Cannonball is in there as well. Like everybody is here. That's some shit. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy. I
That's how
love
you
this
do it,
piece right
though.
here, bro.
That's
That's a dope
incredible.
piece.
Yeah, it's definitely a dope piece. Definitely a dope piece. So again, shout out to your boy Tommy Lee doing his thing, man. Definitely an original work, an original artist, man. Doing the Lord's work, as he should as an artist. This next topic, man. This next topic.
Like 2 shows right here with this next topic.
Yeah, this next topic, bro. Like we definitely gotta talk about, because I mean, is it gonna happen, bro? Like I'm just before I even bring it up, is it gonna happen, bro? Like is it gonna happen? Are we going to actually see this? Is it really going to happen? Is it something that we've wanted to basically bring into fruition for the longest time? Is this son of a bitch going to happen, bro? Are we going to actually see this film? The latest was they have now brought on another writer, bro. So they're supposed to go into production, bro. Like they're supposed to start shooting next month, I believe, or July.
This
They're
movie should have
supposed
been
to
done
start
last
shooting
year.
soon.
I
And
hope.
bro, what I don't understand is we're talking about Blade, vampire motherfucking hunter, bro. Let the man hunt blood like vampires, bro. Like, what is so hard about that? What are you trying to do with this story? Is it that you're trying to deviate so far away from the original and to make your own? Like, come on. Like, what the fuck is taking so long,
Did you
bro?
hear his complaints about the first script, dog? How he wasn't even the main character. He wasn't even
Bro,
he wasn't even the
he
main
wasn't
character.
the main person. It was his daughter.
That's so crazy.
And I'm like, why would you introduce his first introductory into the MCU?
And he not
Why
even the
need
main
this?
character.
And then the second phase of it was they were going to do like a period piece of his earlier days. I'm sorry. I'm probably amongst the minorities that I don't want to see that shit. I want Blade, bro. And mind you, the story, look, granted, the source material is there and it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But what the fuck? Bloomer, can you make any sense of this, bro? Like, do you think this is gonna actually happen, bro?
The more of the days, months, and weeks pass by,
Years.
the years. Thank you, man. The more or the least optimistic I am in this film coming out. To introduce, from whatever that script was, to introduce bloodlines so early, when in fact we just need an actual, just pure introduction of this character in this new world, in this MCU. It's kind of mind-boggling, a little baffling. It's been exhausting as a fan of the previous Blade films, and also when Mahershala was casted, we all had quite a bit of excitement. That excitement has just died, just about, with all of these recasts or
for real.
For
real, bro. Like, just give
Can
it
the
to
brother
him,
just
dog.
get
Like,
some Blade and vampires, bro? What's up?
Jeez, bro.
It should be simple, but I guess it's not. So, I don't know. The question is, do you see this happening? My answer is no. Until
You don't see it. You don't see
real
it.
good proof. Even if they do turn something out, I don't think it's. I mean, it could be booty, could be butt, cheeks. I hope not, but shit,
bro. Like, what are they trying? Like, have the scripts literally been that fucking terrible?
It had to be.
But here's the thing: so what was it, a month back or a couple months ago? He was okay with the script. He was like, "Yeah, I'm fine. This is dope. Let's go."
Because he was the centerpiece, and they changed it again. Bro.
These scripts must be Madam Web level.
Yeah. But bro, what's crazy about the whole thing, dog? Stan the Man Lee said, and I quote, "If it was not for the Blade movies, the MCU right now, as we know it, would not exist. It was not Iron Man. It was the Blade films that made the banks believe in the comic book movies again." Yeah. This is from Stan Lee, bro. So how can you not, even pull a little bit from the OG movies to now?
Yeah.
Vampires and cheeks. That's what we need.
It's like, Blade, vampire and cheeks is all we need, bro. Like,
but it's like, bro, like this was the beginning of your freaking of the MCU period. This character. So why is it so hard for you to write a fucking movie or a script for this guy? You got plenty of source material.
Yeah.
And what's the excuse? Oh, you want to make his daughter #1 now? Him in the back burner. Like, come on, dog. Like, that's not a re-intro. This is a reissue, like we were talking about earlier. This is a reissue of the character that we already know. So what's so hard about that?
This mac and cheese is getting a little too hard in the microwave. They keep fucking frying the same mac and cheese. It might be time. You know what? Let's bust out that Velveeta.
Thank you.
Go get some more noodles.
Let's do something else.
Let's try this again.
I know. it sure makes me feel confident that they'll tackle the nuances and complexities of IPs like Fantastic Four and X-Men with great deliberation and perfection when they're having this much issue with the challenges of a motherfucker who goes out and just butchers vampires at night.
That's all he does.
That's all the fuck we want.
That's
Stop
all
playing.
Want, Stop fucking playing, bro.
And we talk about this a lot, and it's a very sensitive subject, and it absolutely should be. And there's people on a very unhealthy side of criticism for decisions that Disney's made with a lot of the Marvel films, especially since Endgame. But please do not forget that this is a minority too. You do not have to go out of your way to check all the boxes of all the other things that you've been doing with all the other films when you have the second time you've ever tried to do a black man as your main fucking character. Focus on that. You don't have to try to check off all these other demographics. Worry about this one. You just go out of your way to shoehorn in all these other demographics, and that is not inherently wrong. That can be a great thing to try to bring in diversity to these IPs that when they were originally created didn't have any intentions of being diverse. That's fine. But this is your second time ever trying to do this.
Yeah.
And you have some valid criticism over the direction that happened with Wakanda Forever. And there was a justification for it that you could stand behind. Where is the justification for burying a black man in his own movie when the motherfucker is still alive?
Exactly.
There's no cop out for this one. There's no reasoning or rationale behind pivoting your focus away from Blade in his own film. It makes no sense. Why are you worried about
None.
There's so many different films that you could use to better focus a needed narrative on, LGBT or females. Like we need those in films, but we need black men in films too. And here's your chance when he's the lead character, and he jump started the resurgence of superhero films in general. It made a lot of people confident that it made people confident that you could make superhero films about other than the big Batman, Superman. It told you like, oh shit, just this dude Blade. He's not Spider-Man. He's not Hulk. He's not Superman. He's not Batman. He's not even Wonder Woman. And everyone, it took over the world. It made so much buzz, so much. And it was basically like a John Wick film. There wasn't, there was world building, and there was violence.
Bro.
It wasn't Citizen Kane. We didn't need, a ton of like great juxtaposition and a brilliant, immaculate, like deep, rabbit hole stories. Like he was out there killing vampires in a badass way, and then it set up like where he came from and the underworld and what it's like. Exactly. Blade is John Wick. Make a black John Wick movie and let's get the fuck on with it.
Yeah, let's just move. That's this move, bro.
Make a black John Wick movie. Let's get the fuck to work. What are y'all doing?
Let's just work,
but again,
and then I guarantee you. Here's why I think I'm worried about it not happening, because as much as we're criticizing this, Ali is. So
killing it.
How far before they get to making him, Henry Cavill on Witcher?
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where they don't want to deal with him bitching about the script anymore. But it's like, all right, this is a dude who realizes like I didn't come here to be part of like some kind of silliness or bullshit that y'all trying to do. Like this movie's supposed to be about Blade fucking some vampires up and doing some cool shit and some world building. Black John Wick. That's all we need. Why is this film?
I mean, if you're going to push a rated R narrative that you give us with Deadpool and Wolverine, if you're doing that, bro, like give that same energy to this particular movie, because again, without this, you wouldn't have that fucking feature, bro. Like, bro, the Blade, bro, the original Blade film was before its fucking time, bro.
Exactly.
It was before its fuck. I remember going to the theaters and seeing this movie.
I was blown away, fam.
Bro, blown the fuck away. I went back and saw this shit 7 times.
Right. Like
that's how much I love this fucking film.
What I'm noticing? You see how fast the Deadpool movie came together?
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
But
Of
now,
course.
yeah.
And guess
I
who
wonder
was
what's
into
wait,
that shit?
but Bloomer, what's
But hold
different
up.
about this character? I wonder.
Oh.
I wonder.
man,
But that's the
interesting.
same reason. The same reason why
But
you
here's
don't
the
have
thing.
any other
Then why even
superpower.
say you're gonna do it?
But
Y'all know damn well you don't want to give black
the
men
thing-
leads in superhero movies. Why say
Right.
you are?
The thing
Why
is,
why play games?
seeing a
They know
confident
because it's China.
But-
China.
the thing is,
We're gonna give them problems.
seeing a confident, superpowered black man, I guess it scares people. That's why we don't have Blue Marvel yet. You know what I'm saying? That's why Wakanda Forever had to be Wakanda Forever. Blaze probably not even gonna come out. You know, as far as we'll probably be 50 by the time it comes out on screen. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I
Fear
am
of-
50, man.
Fear of a
Well,
black planet.
I'll be
I'm
60.
I'm 2 years behind. You probably 60. I'm 2 years behind you. So it's just like this shit is crazy, dog. It's like, bro, like we're not. They are afraid to see a confident black male back in with superpowers in the lead superhero movie. And don't forget, if it was not for this fucking original Blade movie, you would not have the MCU. They
Yeah.
wouldn't be here.
Yeah, bro.
And that's
So,
what's
I
that's
don't
what's really
understand.
frustrating because with all the other issues and challenges with minorities that they're trying to rectify and correct,
Exactly.
they are fucking pedal to the metal to
Right.
try to fix those issues. And
Right.
here, like this is one too. Get the fuck to
Right.
work. Like this is important. You only have but a handful of black like original characters, not
Mhm.
race flipped, where you just
Right.
took a character like Batgirl and just made her black so that way you
Right.
could justify having. No, this is actually a black character. Somebody that you didn't have to make up new to push or
Exactly.
to race swap to try to like check a box. This was a character that already existed. People loved. People
Right.
loved that. Try to test it because they already made a whole franchise out of it before. It's hot in the books again. There's no reason for this not to be made, even if it's like, even if you're worried about it not making as much money. All right, you put out Marvel's knowing that typically and historically it's harder for female-led films to do well because it's a male-populated culture. It just is, and you have to deal with sexist people if you're going to be doing a She-Hulk or a Marvels. You know that you're going to have to deal with those challenges. So, but you refuse to let anybody tell you that you shouldn't because it might not make as much money because you're trying to do the right thing.
Anyway.
So how come when it comes to a black-led character where, yeah, there might be racists who don't go, that slows you down and you put in all these things to try to like, I don't know if this will make money. I don't know. Where is that? Oh, what's,
Let's make
progression
it anyway.
is the most important thing. So let's just get it done and pat ourselves on the back.
Right.
Y'all been spending 5-6 years patting yourselves on the back by being progressive. But when it comes to a black lead, now we got to test the waters and make sure we're going to, nah, man, just make a black John Wick and let's get Blade. It's crazy. What are y'all doing?
Yeah,
Bro,
I
and
don't
then
understand.
the thing is they create so much fucking doubt around this film that the energy, it just in the room, it's less tension, less attention on this. It just, the morale for this just gets real extremely low. And I'm like, you have a fucking chance to get this fucking right, bro. Like, if anything, why not basically, if you want to make the ship right, why not create or bring in a film that started you off well the first time?
Right.
This was the reason why you got these opportunities. So why not just bring this back in the fold and let it show you how you can capitalize on that same energy? It doesn't.
And I don't understand why they feel like they need to tie it to other shit too. Why the fuck is Blade have voice in Eternals dealing with White Knight? I mean Black Knight with the Necrosword. Like that's like 3 different things that don't have shit to do with him.
Different things that had nothing to do with him until later on. Like not even later on. Shit. Like to have it.
Yeah, because when I think of Blade, I definitely think of the Eternals.
Exactly. And White Knight and Black Knight. I mean, like who cares? it's hilarious, dog. Like I just,
bro.
that's why there's no icon in DC. There's no icon. There's no Balzad yet. We don't
Yeah,
have,
I mean, and the budget shouldn't even be big. He's fighting
right.
vampires. He's not fighting.
Bro, he's not fighting. That's
He's
what I'm
not fighting
saying.
Celestials.
He's
He's not out in
technically a
space.
fucking street level hero, bro.
Street level
fighting
hero.
people big, and that's it. That's all you gotta fucking do. It doesn't make sense to me, bro.
If you're so scared of having a black male by himself, put in Punisher.
Man, fuck that. I want Blade. That's all I fucking want.
It's like,
just
yo, why are you
Blade,
so scared
bro.
to let this man be who he is on film?
Let the
character play out. Like, come on, dog. Like, this movie should have been done.
Too hard.
It should have been done, dog. Should have been done.
Yeah, bro.
I thought this was a slam dunk.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Easy.
And
Easy.
it's not like they don't have
Easy.
the reference. They got 3 a franchise that did extremely well in its years. You know, even with the last movie done not doing as well as the first 2. It didn't even matter because the franchise carried itself. That's what fed into the MCU.
Can you imagine how much this man had to move his fucking schedule around? How much money he probably fucking lost because of this
is
shit,
not
bro?
just no name actor. They got that's one of the most bizarre things about this. They're fucking with a high level actor. Like, this isn't some breakout star who they can play games with. This is an actual Hollywood star that they're playing fucking games with.
An Academy Award winning star, bro.
Academy Award winner.
What the fuck are you doing, man? Like you can't. Come on, man. Stop. Just bring on Eddie Murphy and do Blade versus Vampire in Brooklyn. Boom, done. You know what? That's almost like fuck. Yo,
that's it. I bet you it'd be good. I bet you it'd be good too. I bet you it'd be good.
It's also a challenge because the style in which that they would make a Blade film is so opposite of the Marvel style. There's absolutely nothing that Marvel MCU has done that's anything similar to the original Blade film. Mm-mm. Nothing is that dark. Mm-mm. Nothing. Mm-mm. So, man, it's just been very frustrating to be a Blade fan and know that they did what they did with that. Like somebody said in the chat, like they made that first movie with pennies compared to what budgets are now. They easily could go in there and make a John Wick type
had
flick.
A dope premise, a dope soundtrack, bro. Shot by shot, the film was incredible. Okay, the end, everybody's talking about Frost. Even still, that was dope. The battle was fucking dope, bro.
But using characters from the comics, like the books and the names.
Yeah.
Deacon Frost was the one that was around in the comics that messed. All that was raw. And then to have all those connecting factors with the characters and to have a story like that, the graphics that they had back in the day with the CGI back in the day, that shit worked. Yeah. It worked. Listen. The part when they were in the the temple where they all started blowing up at the end? Yeah. Oh my god, dude. That was the bloodiest movie of the MCU's ever did, I think. The club scene alone, when he walks in, all the blood come out the speakers.
That club scene was fucking incredible. Hell yeah.
That club scene, boy. Wow, dog.
Yeah, that scene, bro.
Sprinklers. Blood in the sprinklers.
Blood and sprinklers. That was dope. We got the Blade 2. I thought Blade 2 was dope as well. Blade 3 we don't talk about.
Blade 3 fumble with Dracula and all that.
We'll talk about that one.
Kind of fumble with that. I feel they could have did better with that.
Some dope elements, but we don't.
Yeah. The Dracula thing could have been better than that. But other than that,
we'll talk about
1 and 2. 1 and 2 were classic. 1 and 2 was just.
Bro, the club scene, the club scene was dope.
Yeah.
But that was pretty much one of the dopest fucking scenes. The train scene was dope as fuck.
Oh yeah.
That scene was dope as fuck. The little girl who whooped his ass in that was dope. Bro, it was all around such a dope fucking film, bro. It was so dope. And come on, man. Come on. Nabush right? Nabush right, bro? Come on, man. Come on, brother. That film was everything, bro. It definitely was. But listen, Marvel, MCU, Disney,
pull your head out your ass.
Get it together, bro.
Yeah.
Get it together, bro. For real. Get that shit the fuck together. Get it together. Like plain and simple,
Stop
bro.
playing.
Stop
playing.
fucking playing around. Get that shit together. Now, apparently they're saying that it's still on go to basically start shooting soon. It's still on go.
Think about how contradictory this is. They said they have the direction they want to go, but they need someone to rewrite the script. That sounds like you don't know what direction you're trying to go. I mean, it's after all this time, you got to outline.
Yeah, and that's the thing, Rodney, right?
We kind of
exactly, bro. Daredevil finished shooting the first part of the show, and we can't get one Blade movie.
Nah.
Bro, they shot a whole, and then they went back and scrapped it, and then shot again, and we still can't get Blade, motherfuckers.
That shows you is there's something else going on.
Oh yeah,
that's not.
And Mahershala is fighting it by himself. He's fighting it by himself.
Yeah,
he's fighting it by himself. Bro. He's not gonna let them give you trash for Blade. He's not gonna do it.
Nah, he's hell nah, bro. That's been part of his fight was the script, and it's all power to him for that, bro.
Right. He's not
because he doesn't want to do himself a disservice.
Yeah,
he doesn't want to do the IP a disservice, and also he doesn't want to do Wesley a disservice.
Right.
So come on, man, let's go.
Right.
Come on, just get the shit right.
He still loves this character.
Let's get this shit right. And they talking about bringing him in. I mean, they're bringing him into the MCU
for
Secret Wars and all. I mean, the multiverse.
Yeah.
So
which is frustrating as shit. Like you can't figure out how to make a Blade movie, but then now you're going to tell us, oh, we got some fan service shit along down the road coming for Wesley. Like, don't tell me that. Y'all don't even know what to do with this one. Like,
with the one you got, it's stupid, bro.
Anyway, man, fuck it. Anyway, listen, it's late. I know it's late for everybody out there. Just wanted to kind of talk about that briefly. We're going to get into some things, some more. I wanted to talk about also Blood Hunt. But I'll talk about that next week because that shit. Bloomer, did you read Blood Hunt too?
Yeah.
You read the end of that book? You read the
yeah, bro.
Yeah, I don't want to talk, but I know the end of it kind of pissed you off a little bit, didn't it? Not in a bad way.
Yeah, they kind of they screwed the pooch like about a week or two ago in the previews. They showed that, so I kind of knew that was coming, but it still sucks.
It still sucks in a good way, but it still sucks. But anybody if you're not reading Blood Hunt, please go out there, get Blood Hunt 2. It's a good book. I don't want to give too much away about it, but it's some interesting approach that he took with Blade and how he's fucking everything up right now. But it's definitely a good read.
Coven? Oh
yeah.
Bro, the Avengers, they got thrashed in the first book, bro.
They did.
The Coven had them like your mama's favorite, like you know your mama's favorite, like banana pudding or something. That's what they was doing to the damn Avengers.
Well, see, Cornelius, that's the running thing right now. That's the running theory is that and they're kind of wondering if he might have switched places with. I don't want to give too much away, but again, Cornelius, that I believe that's what it is. I believe that's not who we think it is. So it's interesting. It's definitely an interesting approach because even if you read the dialogue in the book, he's not sounding like Blade. Like he just doesn't. So again, it's definitely going to be a dope read for anybody who hasn't picked it up. Pick up Blood Hunt 1 and 2. Tell me what you think. We'll talk about it more in detail next week. Anyway, man, thank everybody for being here. It's late. Trying to get my black ass to bed. Benny, what you got going on, bro?
Crazy work week ahead. I lost Monday with good reason, so I'll be making up time the rest of the week to try to also get all these jobs done and hopefully just catch up on some art. It's been a minute since I got down and get to some stuff, so I'm trying to maybe do some stuff next weekend. Got a bunch of reading to catch up on. Been able to catch up on a little bit of stuff lately. I seen Furiosa on the this weekend.
Was it
Furiosa was
good?
dope. So if
Okay.
you're a fan of Mad Max Fury Road, this was a really fun prequel. It was a little bit less like super relentless like Fury Road was, a little bit more character development, but in a good way. So George Miller, like, he did it again, and I can't wait till you see this, Leo, because Chris Hemsworth in this is
Everybody is saying that he
oh
was
God,
dope.
bro. Like Chris Hemsworth in this, like, look, man, I know how you feel about Love and Thunder, but man, it just made me like, George, can you do Thor 4 or 5?
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah.
Can you do the
I
next Thor?
heard.
Because he got a lot out of Chris. Like
I
that man's
heard.
range, like that motherfucker can act, yo. He was villainous, he was, empathetic, like he was range, man. He was scary. Like he checked all the boxes, man. He was all over the place in such a great way.
I
He did
heard
such a dope
everybody
job,
was
bro.
saying like the movie seemed like it was about him more so than anything
It
else.
was he stole every scene he was in, man. Like every time he's on screen, it's just like, what is he gonna do? What is he gonna say? It was fire, bro. It made me so excited to see like more Thor. Just like because we've said it many times. Nothing that's wrong with that film is his fault. He was just leaning into what he was supposed to be doing. That movie was like, do this, and he was like, all right, if I'm doing this, I'm doing it all the way like you want.
Yeah.
So I mean, so I feel like if they, change it up and just have him do it more like he did in here, I was really impressed because he gets a bad rap of being like too silly or too boring, and he was amazing in it. He did dope.
He was a good actor, man.
Yeah. And I just I checked out Atlas today. That was fun. It wasn't nothing to write home about, but it was
fun. It was
really
fun
solid,
movie, bro. I loved it.
Catching it. I've been
it was
catching it.
to me. I loved all the different genres that it paid homage to.
Yeah.
It felt like it paid homage to different genres, like
Titanfall,
Rebel Moon did, but it didn't feel like it was ripping them off. It felt like it was paying homage to them. It felt like Alien. It felt like Matrix. It felt like Terminator. It felt like all these things without saying, "Oh yeah, we did this first." Nah, it just felt like it was a kind of cornucopia of all those '80s type of AI is gonna fuck us up type flicks than anything. So I definitely can't wait till more people see it because I figured J-Lo's in it. It's gonna be trash, but it was actually decent.
It was pretty good, bro. It was. I thoroughly, definitely enjoyed it, bro. Like from beginning to end, because it was action the whole way through, non-stop action, and that's what I loved. The battle in space, bro, was fucking phenomenal. And that just let me like cinematically when you see that, it was like there's no excuses for what can be done if done correctly, bro. And that was incredible. So
I feel like that. In a different time, that definitely could have been a theater release.
That's what threw me off because, so my homegirl, one of my homies I went to Iraq with, she's a big writer. I won't say her name, but you see her, me and her arguing on the post. Yeah. So she was like,
she was hard on it, bro.
Bro, you saw her walk, yo. She was talking about
how, all right, damn.
She don't even like AI. How is she talking to? Now all of a sudden she loves AI. All of a sudden, bro, I was. You don't even like Jayla. I said, yeah, but this is the first time I've liked anything that she's been in.
Yeah.
Since Living Color. This is the first time that you know what I'm saying?
Like, since Living Color, damn.
I haven't liked your sister since she was a fly girl.
Since she was a fly girl. You know what I'm saying? But this was to me to see her really trying to act. She really was I give her range was up there this time.
Beskar Kid, thank you for being here, brother. As always, appreciate you, man.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Definitely appreciate that, boy. But
thank you for being here, brother. As always, man. Go get your leg day in.
Hell for that movie, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely, bro. Yeah, it's here's the thing, bro. Like, I mean, and I get it because there's going to be a lot of people that but it was honestly, this is the first movie where I didn't see much J-Lo in it.
It didn't feel like it, right?
It didn't feel like it was J-Lo, bro. It was something
I don't
different.
know if it was just the director or what, but it didn't feel like it didn't feel like it was just J-Lo being J-Lo.
Yeah, it was something different. And she focused on something completely different. Right. And I enjoyed it. I definitely did, bro. I did basically enjoy it, so much.
The mech suits were raw. I love that mech suit aspect.
Definitely, man. Thank you for the $9.99 super chat. Here's for all of our fallen soldiers, man. Thank you so much for that, man. Definitely,
appreciate it, family. That's
we do appreciate that, man. But yeah, man, thanks for being here, bro.
Always pleasure.
as always, Jedi Pimp, what you got going on, man?
Still waiting for cabinets to come. I got 2 that have not gotten here yet. I ordered 2 detox online. I know the price is outrageous, but I can't find them nowhere else.
Word.
So I got 2 coming, and gonna move some. I got figures I gotta open up. I haven't put them out because I don't got nowhere to put them. So I'm waiting for these cabinets to come. That's it. Live in color, bro.
That's cool.
Live in color.
As always, man. Thank you for being here, brother. As always.
Show me more stars than the Big Bang.
That's
Right.
it, baby. That's
Last
it.
but not least, we got my guy Doo-Doo. Doo-Doo in the bed. Bro,
Yo,
Bernie,
Into the
just
Negro
what's
Race,
going
yo,
on?
is
Shit
fucking
is
hilarious.
Dead center in the bed. Dead center. Like, perfect.
That shit came.
Dead center in the middle.
Bro, yo,
Came
bro,
out like an
live in
ice
color,
cream.
baby. Live in
Yeah,
color,
swear.
bro. When they said that in court, dog, yeah,
I couldn't believe it, bro.
on the
I could not
floor.
believe it, and that's never going to escape her, bro.
Yo,
Hey,
If
can we talk
anything,
about how Ben Affleck is about tired of her ass? He looked like he just.
But no, but here's what's funny. Like anytime
bro.
one of my boys, like anytime there's somebody that's hot at some show or wherever we're at, and it's like you like, man, she's probably out my leg. We always have this funny saying, it's like, yeah, but somebody somewhere is sick of her shit, and literally somebody was sick of her shit. Like, I mean, yo, you're
Literally,
John.
bro.
Imagine you're Johnny Depp, and you got to deal with bitches sitting in your bed. Like, damn,
Yo,
how much money you got to make to not have to
bro,
deal with
you are
the
jacked.
ice cream smoothie? And the,
Nah, she did
You are
the
Jack
Biggie
Sparrow,
and the
she
Iggy
getting
just
the
to
vanilla swirl,
out.
I
bro.
don't want. No,
Uh-huh.
come on, man. You gotta throw the whole house, away.
when they said that shit in court and to see the faces of the I was like, nah,
Bro.
nah, they didn't say that in court, bro. And you
So
be
let me ask you a
on
question.
TV.
Do y'all think, I mean,
Oh.
relationship wise, do you think
I done
it's
sold the
tarnished
house,
her,
bro.
bro?
Huh?
In that aspect, do you think relationship wise it's tarnished her in a sense? Like,
you
as
know-
far as,
Oh yeah.
You know, everybody
Oh,
still
yeah.
would. It don't matter.
yeah, you
Oh,
know
yeah.
it, bro. You
But
know
listen,
it, bro.
You just
know
gotta
it.
have that conversation in the dating phase. Like,
I don't care.
hypothetically,
how fine you are.
if
You
ass
sit
cream
in my bed.
smooth.
you'd be like, hypothetically, babe, would you ever shit in my bed?
Doo-doo
If I pissed
pie
you
in
off?
the bed.
Mm-mm.
It's like that.
If I'm gone
It's
for
like
a
that,
weekend,
you know
will
that,
you shit in my bed? Will you shit
you
on
know
my
that-
PlayStation?
You know that Puffy skit? Girl, would you ever cheat on me?
Yeah.
Kill you. Like, girl, would you ever shit in my bed?
Hey, yo.
No Diddy.
No doo doo.
No doo-doo.
No doo-doo.
No doo-doo.
Yeah, for the answer to your question, yeah, I would. No doo doo.
No
No
doo-doo.
doo-doo.
Hey, yo,
doo-doo.
Bloom.
Mm,
Do
mm,
you
mm,
think on Friday,
mm-mm.
you think we're going to see some pictures, bro?
With doo-doo in the bed.
You think we're
Iron
going to
Man,
see some, bro?
Iron Man bent over.
Hey,
with
look,
doo-doo in the
y'all.
bed. Don't
Don't
do
do
that, y'all. Don't mess up the Friday flex. Please don't do that. Don't mess up figure flex. Like
Whatever
that,
you're
y'all.
thinking.
Don't do it.
Y'all get
Get
ready
some
for.
help.
Don't do it.
Bro,
Don't do it.
we
Get
were
ready.
looking for a challenge. We were trying to come up with a challenge, bro.
Not
Doo-doo
Like a
Flex
challenge,
Fridays.
whatever.
We ain't doing
I
the
put up-
Dookie fucking challenge.
I was like, yo.
God's green earth. We not doing that here.
No.
I said, Joe, we want to see
call
some
the Amber
doodle in the
Heard.
bed pictures with take your fingers and put some doodle in the bed, bro. Like,
Man.
if these, I bet you we're going to see at least one.
The Amber
Doo doo Flex
Turd.
Friday.
Call
If
the
Doodle
y'all-
Amber-
Flex Friday, bro.
If y'all put a mini fun size Snickers
Don't do that, Doc.
on
Nah, just get-
anything,
Come on, Doc. Come on, Doc.
Jay's gonna have a little Hershey kiss.
No.
right?
No.
Somebody gonna put a little swirl. Yeah, no,
Little
come on.
And-
chocolate
the-
chip.
The Amber Turd. Amber Turd.
Bro.
Man,
Bro.
that's wrong. That's
Yeah.
wrong.
Anyway, man, Bloom, what you got going on, bro?
Man, first and foremost, man, again, happy Memorial Day out there to my
Oh, God.
veterans. Please make sure you thank someone if they're not in your family, someone you know, or someone you may know online. Thank them for their service, man. Because none of all of this and what we have here would be possible, without their heroic efforts. So that's first and foremost. Secondly, on my page, I got a few things going on. I got a new reel. Got a couple new images that I put up. A Memorial Day image featuring yours truly, Captain America. So really excited about that. Just got a little bit of work out there, just taking pictures and trying to spread the love and spread the joy and paying off some of this stuff. But again, you guys know the rotation. Of course, Monday here right now, we're here, Comic Book Talk with Friends. Wednesday, as the world turns with Hot Toys, we'll see.
We'll see.
Maybe in 5 minutes, we'll
see. Couple minutes, we'll probably see something. We just gotta wait and see what the fuck they do, bro.
They gonna announce something.
Yeah, but other than that, man, yes, of course, Figure Flex Friday. I'm not sure if I'll be here for this week, but I most likely will be here for next week as we we'll be wrapping that up for the finale for
yes.
Flex. So please, we're rounding that third base, man. If you got some crazy concepts that you was holding on in your back pocket, now's the time to pull them out. Not Dookie. No.
No Dookie.
Don't make me lean into the corner. We already had this,
No Dookie. No Dookie photos, bro. Anyway. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all, man. Thank you for being here, brother, as always. And thank everybody out in the chat, man, for being here. It was a great show. A lot to talk about, a lot to cover. We will be back next week for whatever is popping. We'll probably find some stuff out this week and just see what we need to talk about. But then again, thank you guys for being here. Have a great night. Full rotation always. Combo will talk with friends. Say What Wednesday. I want to do basically Uncivilized Scoundrels, at least one episode. We'll just see how that goes. And then Friday, of course, Figure Flex Friday, Collectors Lounge International on Sunday. A couple videos stuff coming. But definitely, we will be back, man. Appreciate you guys for being here as always, each and every week. We will see y'all later. Have a good evening, rest of your evening, good night, however it needs to be. We out. Peace.